Stacy Smith.
Hi, my name is Stacy Smith. I'm a consultant helping the Community Foundation put the event together, so some of you are going to hear from the Community Foundation via email. You may also get some emails from Stacy Smith, which some of you may have already gotten on phone calls. But very happy to be involved with this event because it involves so many nonprofits. So how does the Great Good work? As you know, we're going to be developing an online website, and it is, as we've said over and over, it's an online giving event. We've had some nonprofits say, well, what if somebody wants to donate and give a check to me ahead of time? Everything is going to be done online, and we'll help you come up with some creative ways that maybe you can create a special event that day where maybe your donors aren't typically online donors. They can come to you maybe with a special event that day, and you can help them process those online donations, because we've heard that that's a concern from some of the nonprofits. The program behind the online donation system is called Razoo. So you're going to hear about the Community Foundation, you're going to hear about the Great Give, which is our event, and then you'll hear about Razoo. That is the platform that we're using to process the online donations. And that is the organization. They have a nonprofit arm that will be issuing the checks after the event to all of you. So 100% of your the donations that come in through the Great Give website during the Great Give will then be funded to you from the Razoo Foundation, and it's the month after the event is over, the checks will be issued to you. So I just want to make you aware that if you start to hear the word Razoo or you see Razoo in the URL or the domain name related to our event, that you realize that it's because that's the company that we're using to help us with the online platform to process the donations. The foundation's role in all of this is primarily just to help all of you with your fundraising strategy or fundraising efforts through this event. We're, of course, organizing the event. We're managing the overall PR for the event, marketing activities, and as you'll hear about a little bit later, going to help with some trainings and help with some of your social media, as we've talked about with social media, finding some social media buddies that can help some of you who may need some more hands-on guidance with Facebook and Twitter and things like that to be able to market that way. I want to show you a sample. We've had some people say, I just can't envision what this is going to be like. So we want to show you an example of a pre-giving day website, an organization in Arizona that is helping or is doing an event through Razoo. This is the kind of website we're working on right now, which should be ready by the middle of March. And then you can start to direct your donors, board members, whatever, to go take a look at greatgiveaac.org, which will have an outline like this. It'll have a countdown clock. It'll have a little bit right there, as Amy's got there, join the movement, tells a little bit about what's happening with the event, what it is. They can actually, over here on the right, which you probably can't see too well, but it'll be a reminder that they can download that actually will set a reminder for them to know when the Great Give is taking place. And then ours is going to have a little bit more call to action in there, so somebody can just sign up for updates to get notified of what's going on with the Great Give. Nonprofits can sign up to have their nonprofit participate if you're not already participating. And donors can find out how they can actually give with some other information that'll be there telling them, here's what you do, here's how it'll work, etc., etc. We'll have our sponsors listed there, with our premier sponsor being Maryland Live Casino, with a link to their website, and then down below some other sponsors, our media partners, and things like that. We're also going to have a Twitter feed and things like that feeding on here so that people can see what the latest news is related to this event. And at the very top, and if you want to go up there, we will have a nonprofit toolkit, which is actually going to have, we're working on a social media calendar that will actually be a guideline for you. And we're telling you what day maybe you want to post something on Facebook, etc., etc. All of that information will be here for you. We will email that out to you, but this is going to be your resource. So if you lose that email or whatever, it'll be able to come right here. There will also be a media kit for the press to go to. Frequently asked questions for nonprofits, frequently asked questions for the donors will all be here. And our price structure, which we handed out, which we're in the process of working on the dollar amounts. But I don't know if Kathy mentioned, but the dollar amounts right now that we're looking at are prices from $500 to $10,000. So there's some hefty prizes that you all can win. So that's a pre-event website. Okay, once the event happens, the day of, it'll click over to a different website, which will be more interactive and will have a leaderboard showing which nonprofits are in the lead, etc., etc. And then after the event, it'll show the grand total. But during the event, people will be able to go on and make a donation, and then the leaderboard will keep tally of what the fundraising is during the 24 hours. And then this website afterwards will show everybody what's going on. And of course, we're planning to videotape the countdown party at Maryland Live Casino. And then we'll have that video on here, just like the video we just showed you guys from the Greater Washington one. So that's pretty much the online, what the website will do, what it's going to be like. The last thing that I want to talk about is the timeline. We've handed out a timeline to you of the major milestones. Just so you know, those training sessions that are shown there are options for you. If you can't make the first one, you come to the second one. They're not 3 different trainings that you need to come to. And those trainings are primarily going to walk you through how do you set up your page for your nonprofit on the Razoo website, our Great Give website. We're also going to have a little bit of an overview after the Razoo training, an overview of some tips for social media, Twitter, Facebook, things like that, and some of our social media buddies may actually be there on site to meet with you one-on-one if you need help. Our first training, it looks like it's going to be March 13th or 14th from 3 to 5 p.m. We're still working on the location and the exact date. It may likely be here, but we will let you guys know that this week so you can plan if you want to attend that very first training. But just so you know, all 3 of those trainings will be the same, so you can just choose whichever one works best for you. And then we're going to have a second pep rally, which will be kind of the kickoff 30 days prior to the event. And that will just get everybody ready and see if anybody needs anything and just see where we are and get us all pumped up, ready, set, go. And then, of course, the Great Give starts May 15th at 7 p.m., goes till May 16th at 7 p.m., and we're having the countdown party on May 16th from 5 to 8 p.m., and that will be at Maryland Live Casino, Rams Head Center Stage. I think I keep calling it on stage, and I apologize, Center Stage. And those things at the bottom of that page are just some of the marketing tools for you right now. The Great Give website is up and operating. Our sponsors are on there. All the participating nonprofits are on there. We're updating that on a consistent basis. We've got the Community Foundation's website address there. The Facebook page for the Community Foundation, that is what we're using as our communication tool on Facebook for the Great Give events. You can go on there and like that and get updates as we're posting things. And then the Twitter account, which Jean's going to talk about a little bit shortly. That's pretty much it. And so now I'll turn it over to if you look at the prize structure, just so you know, we've tried to build momentum throughout the entire day so that we don't, I know with some of the fundraising things we've heard that people wait till the very last minute. Well, that's great, and we'll award people for that because we've got a procrastinator motivator award put together. But we're also doing the early bird, or leader of the pack award. So the nonprofit with the most donors during the event kickoff time frame of 7 to 9 p.m., the day that we kick it off. What you can do with your strategy is think, okay, where might I want to focus my efforts? You know, maybe you don't want to do this 24 hours, let's get everybody to donate all the time, but look at these prizes and say, especially once you know the amounts, where do I want to focus my energy? So you might not have a ton of donors, but you know your donors are a young database, young donor base, maybe they're the ones that are up from midnight till 6 a.m. and you want to target them and, you know, do a texting campaign or a Twitter campaign or something because you know your group is up at 2 in the morning just getting home from Stan and Joe's or something like that. So, or Maryland Live Casino at 2 in the morning. So we put some things together, the lunchtime power hour, so maybe you want to have you know, your board members and everybody come together for lunch, and in that 1 hour, you want to rally your troops and get everybody to donate right at that time in hopes that maybe you can win the lunchtime power hour. As Kathy mentioned, we have the Lucky 13, so whatever nonprofit comes in 13th as the most money raised will win a prize, and that's pretty random. You have no idea what we did, but there's a chance that you could win that. What else do we have? Oh, a most creative marketing idea. You know, the community college is already gearing up to get their students involved, which Gretchen has shared with us. That's not typically a donor base for them, but they're using this event to tap into a new donor base, especially because they're more tech savvy and more online focused. But they may come up with something creative as far as a marketing idea to get the word out about this. And so all of you, maybe you don't have a large database, maybe you're not going to raise, you know, $50,000, but you have the most creative idea to get your donor base involved, and that's a great way for you to win a prize. And I can tell you that's several $1,000s for that award alone. So there's some fun ways, not only just by having the most donors and raising the most money, but some other ways that you can win some prizes. So, okay, Jean Deans of Rick College, members of our committee.